My name is Queen Dorothy Amolo. I think almost 90% of people in this room know me. Most of you didn't really know what I do for a living. And today I want to bring you into my world. Professionally, I am a computer programmer. And that is what I've been doing for the last 10 years, actually, since 2016. I am also an AI engineer. I do anything. I build any AI platform in any capacity for governments, for corporations, and for small companies. And I am also a systems architect. I draw plans on how digital space works. This is my husband. I think he can introduce himself. We are here, before he can introduce himself, we are here to introduce 256 AI systems that we shall be rolling out this month. The date is yet to be confirmed, but it is likely going to be on the 29th of July. Under 256 AI systems, we have several platforms. I mean platforms that are solving everyday problem of Ugandans. Our main objective is to create jobs. People are sitting out here, they do not know how to create jobs, but we are using digital systems to create as many jobs as possible. We're not doing this only in northern Uganda. The platforms we are launching will be scaled across every single village in Uganda, every single district. And so let me allow my husband, who is also the partner in 256 AI systems, to introduce himself. And we're going to tell you exactly, out of the platforms we're introducing today, which one he's specifically handling. All right?
All right, hello everyone. I am Dr. Jason Boyle. Queen Dorothy is an impressive person in so many ways because, she doesn't have to be told what to do. And really that is the new economy of the world. If you're waiting around being told what to do, you will be left behind. And so what she's done here is quite innovative. What she's done is she's given people a platform to advocate for themselves. Everything from English literacy tests to getting your company visible, to reaching out to the world and letting the world know what you have and what you're capable of. Watching her work, I often say something, when I first decided to be a successful person, what I did is I looked around at successful people and I said, I wonder what that man is doing, and I wonder what that woman is doing, and letting your creativity roam. And I think, in Uganda, if you want to look at someone and say, is there someone out there I can emulate? I think, the example that Queen Dorothy has set is a great one. It's a working example, and I think you can follow her lead. One of the websites that she created is 256Heart. It is a dating website, and I'm personally very excited about this. All right, so listen, guys, on all kinds of levels, Uganda now has smartphones. But we're in an interesting world here because the smartphones, although the smartphones here are not new, so many people having them is new. And there's a whole world that opens up as soon as you have a smartphone. And look at what predominantly is done with these phones in Uganda right now. People watch TikTok, they watch videos, and they have WhatsApp, which is an advantage to having a smartphone. But I would like to suggest that there's a whole world beyond that. And that's really what 256 represents, Dorothy's AI-driven platform. From a business perspective, but also socially. And so dating websites in America have become one of the dominant ways that people meet each other. And it's dynamically different because you get to learn about the person. You can be specific about what you want, and then thousands of people can see what you're asking for and say, hey, I think I am that person. And so it's a dynamically different platform. I think Ugandans are really going to enjoy it. And also, of course, we will, as soon as it's populated by Ugandans and you guys get a little comfortable with it, we are absolutely marketing this in America. I think that there's an awesome dynamic that exists between America and Uganda. Like, I had no idea. When I first showed up here, I had no idea that I was going to be comfortable instantly. Culturally, you all and us have more in common than you could possibly imagine. And I think you would experience the same. If you came to America and came to all my friends and sat down, you would say, this is comfortable. We share a sense of humor. But I think America, one of the things that I've found interesting about Uganda since being here is people think of themselves as needing something. And I don't think you guys think of yourselves often enough as giving something. America has lost its way in a lot of ways. A lot of the women have become non-traditional. American men are searching for traditional women. And guess what? There's a ton of them here. American men have become soft. Too many. Too many men have become soft. They blow in the wind, as we say. Where so many Ugandan men stand strong. And I just think opening up a dialogue, even if it's just playful, even if it develops friendships, I think 256Heart is a great way to do that. And I'm really looking forward to its launch. Although it's open right now, go there right now, 256Heart, make a profile, please put a picture, and write something more than your faith and your dreams. Put something specific so that people can address you knowing something about you already.
Okay, that was elaborate. So you never know, I'm going to leave that one platform out because it's already said enough. All right, so what is 256 AI systems for? We have different platforms which I am going to dissect right now. So 256 AI systems, first of all, we build every single platform that is there to be built. And we are here to build every single government platform for free. The government is struggling with corruption. The government is saying that the healthcare, they don't have medicine in the hospitals. Teachers are not showing up to work. 256 will build the national platform for absolutely zero money down. We only ask once we build the platform, the government pay us to maintain it. Because someone has to maintain the sites. Someone has to train users, right? But we are offering a platform for the government to make sure we can be transparent, solve the problems of this country using technology, which is absolutely possible. We could get rid of corruption by building an anti-corruption software so that no one is handling a single payment in billions that is meant to do something specific for the people. Because then we track every single payment that goes, who has it and where has it gone? Has it done what it is supposed to do? So 256 AI systems, the corporate section is building corporate platforms. Government, if MTN has a problem with anything, we are building that platform because we have the capacity. The kind of knowledge we have, we actually outshine many companies doing the same in the United States and other developed countries. Now, that is just the corporate aspect of it. Now, we are also making sure that companies down here, non-profits that want websites, we want to get businesses online as fast as possible for no money down. What am I saying? Many people that are building websites are scamming Ugandans. They take money up front and they don't build websites. When they build a website, it is all broken. We are saying for 500,000, we're building a fully functional website, hosted, and then with a domain. But then you only pay after we've built it. Because I am tired of Ugandans trying something and they can't make it because hurdles are all over the place. And I'm going to talk about the people we are going to recruit to work with us. We already have a system. We are building every single order in 48 hours. If you know you cannot do things on time, do not waste your time applying. Because if you join 256 corporate, we are expecting you, if an order comes in and you have websites lined up, you're building it in 48 hours. No excuses. The people that we've already built websites for can testify. They are all out there. We've built so far over 100 websites and we haven't launched yet. So that means the system that we have now is working. How do we get rid of people that are not serious into digitizing the country and only make sure the serious ones are the ones that are helping this country get digitized? Because the world has moved on. No one is doing things analog anymore. But who is there to help Uganda move forward into the digital space? All right, so that is the corporate section. Now, something that is interesting that we have built for free, by the way, is the 256 Link Shield. All of you know, 256 Link Shield, on WhatsApp, people are busy sharing dangerous links with you. In this room, we have people that are worried about clicking just any link because they think it is dangerous. Am I lying? We built 256 Link Shield for Ugandans. It's going to be absolutely free forever.
It already is free.
It's free. There. Right now, you can just go to linkshield.256.co.ug. We're going to put all of these platforms there so that when there is a dangerous link, you've received any link, fake jobs, anything, verify fast.
Yeah, just cut the URL into the website. So literally got a blank, you cut and paste the URL in there and push the button and it'll tell you whether it's safe to open that link.
And whether it is fake. Because if, for example, someone is claiming UNICEF is giving free money, just get the link. Put it in there. It's going to tell you it has malware or this is fake because UNICEF has posted an announcement claiming it's fake. So it's going to crawl the internet to see which other users have also complained that this thing is fake, right? So that one is definitely for every Ugandan. It is an African problem. People are stealing our information because we are just sharing links ignorantly, and yet we could protect ourselves. So under 256 corporate, that is our corporate responsibility. We're giving that to Ugandans definitely for free on a daily basis. At any time, you can go there and check. And then I didn't give you our corporation. 256 corporation, the corporate aspect of it, it has one website, 256.co.ug. Everything we are doing is 256, right? So nobody should get lost. 256.co.ug. You go there, you're going to find everything that we're doing. Everything is transparent. In most cases, there is no money down, all right? And then I want to talk briefly about the 256Heart. People have been asking me, how do I get a white man? How do I get this out? And I'm like, I can build a platform. So the world is connected. We all know soulmates are no longer in our villages. If you go to your village looking for a soulmate, you're not going to find. But it is even very difficult to find your soulmate in Gulu. 256Heart.com solves that problem. So that you just put your profile, your best profile out there and find your doctor, find your CEO, because everybody is going to be there. Now, the most important part of 256Heart.com that I want people to understand is that it comes with layers of privacy. There is 256 stealth mode. You're there, nobody knows you're actually dating, but you're actually dating. So that is for politicians, celebrities. You're going to be identified by a code. And there, when you are available, all you're gonna do, you talk to people that are verified. We are not releasing access to our Uganda's premium people, to people that we don't know. You verify, sign an NDA, and speak to the Prime Minister if she's looking for a date. You see that? All of the people that want to date without anybody knowing, you go. You search, no one sees you. And then there is the VIP section. Right now, I'm telling Ugandans, it's free of charge. You go there, everybody that will have signed up before the 29th of this month will access every single service for free. And they will access it for the rest of their lives. We're making it permanent. And then, from July 30th, that is when people will start paying. All right? But still, their free plan all over the place. We have something for Ugandans that cannot afford. The only thing is that you don't have, the hierarchy of privacy that comes with it. So if you're on a free plan, you're just allowing your profile to be there. Everybody knows you're dating. And then when you go to gold, it goes up like that. But when you look at it, in this room, as we speak, there are people that have been looking for love and they haven't found love. But I'm saying, all of you, I'm giving you stealth mode plan. If you want, you're gonna choose today. So you go try the site because you want to talk about something you know. Go there, message, see how it is. Because I built the platform with kind of modernity. When you go there, just your platform alone, it feels already naturally very, very extravagant. You may not be extravagant, but I want you to be in that space, not feel like TikTok, everything is cheap, all right? Feel like this is your space. Anyway, so that is 256Heart for everybody. I want some girl, to her that completed senior to find her own engineer that works in Kampala on 256Heart. Because that is how it should be. There are people that are looking for love and they should find love. Okay? Now, I want to bring you to 256 AI. All of us have been using ChatGPT, right? We've been using Grok. We have already launched 256 AI. You go in there, the 256 AI has something Uganda needs. You know how difficult it is to draft a contract using ChatGPT? Because it's first going to give you a lot of nonsense, things you're not interested in at all. And then ChatGPT will write like a long list of unnecessary things. No, we've cut it down. 256 AI is very, very specific. You can decide how many words you want the AI to produce. You decide which speed you want. You can actually develop your own contract, and the contract will be produced completely done for download. And by the way, free plan every day. Anybody that doesn't want to pay, you can actually send more than 10 messages, more than 10 contracts. I'm telling you, we're covering for everybody. 256 AI has the coding aspect of it. Now anybody can go make a website on our platform. You just have to know how to deploy your website and host it. 256 AI has the resume writer. You know how difficult it is for Ugandans to write resume? Go on 256 AI, put in a few things, bring your resume specifically for that job. Because resume writing is different. People are keeping all their long resumes for like years. You specify the resume for that particular position you're applying for, and only put information that is necessary for that job, so that you're not going to be considered as your knowledge is useless, because that happens a lot. All right, so that is 256 AI, and you can actually go to the website ai.256.co.ug, ai.256.co.ug, and access it right now, absolutely free. The only paid plan is the coding, because that is something you gotta pay. So you have to choose if you want to chat or you want to code.
Well, and then you should always be re-emphasizing, if you go to 256.co.ug and click on platforms, you will see every single thing Dorothy has done. One of the challenges that we're going to have is that she's been a little bit too productive, maybe, and the generosity is there. Like, she's tried to make as much of it free as possible. Like, Queen Dorothy has to pay to keep that AI alive, and the more people that use it, the more expensive it gets. But she's put it out there for free because she thinks there's a need in Uganda for something that doesn't exist. And so she's really been working hard at this, and I think that if you go to 256.co.ug and click on platforms, you can not just see what's active now, you can see the plans for the future, like the church groups, where we're going to try to build bridges from American churches to Ugandan churches. The life coaching thing, where I think so many young American men are really hurting. They're stuck on their computers. They're not living their real lives. And I think Ugandans don't even understand that world. I think we put you guys on phone with them for 1 hour a day, and they'll fix their game. This man here isn't going to put up with that from any man, and all you got to do is talk to an American once a day, and the money is there. These
Nothing
guys
is for free.
These guys work for jobs. People in America that have miserable lives are still working jobs and making enough money to pay Ugandans living wage, working very few hours. We will, again, going back to the American certification board testing in English. Everyone should go take that test. Find out who you are, find out where your English proficiency is, because those of us who have really proficient English are going to be able to be, are going to receive opportunities that others won't. And like I said, if you really want to make money, follow her. Try to see what availability she has. Look for opportunities in the American and foreign markets via the websites. Get your products onto. Oh, are you going into the mall?
Yeah.
That's where she's going. Yeah, the mall. And again, one other thing I really like about everything she's doing is it's self-driven. If you have a store and you want to get it out there, she's giving you the platform. She's not doing it for you. She's just giving you the platform.
Okay. So now that brings us to another platform. And we're going to talk about the jobs that each of these platforms come with. All right? Now, the 256 Mall. You guys have heard about Jumia or Gigi, whatever they're called. No. This one is way classier than that. 256 Mall. It's like the national mall. It's now ready, by the way. It's open, available for people to actually start listing their products and placing their order if they can. Now, the 256 Mall, you can actually find it at 256.ug. Very brief. Now, 256 Mall, in every single village, this is for my people down in villages that are struggling to find market for their products. I want 256 Mall in every single village so that any farmer that has 10 sacks of groundnuts will list it on 256 Mall. And people will go there. Everything that is listed has a pin. It takes people straight to the location where the product is. They can list it at their own pricing. They can do the negotiations directly. I want someone that has chicken. We all know how difficult it is to buy chicken. If you ever wanted to buy chicken, you can't find it. But on 256 Mall, the animal section, we have every single animal, including pigs and goats and cows. The animal section, all the people selling animals have to do, make sure they have certification for their animals. That you cannot find it anywhere. If you want to marry, you have to tell someone to buy a goat, buy another goat, go to some market. No, we're reducing that to 0. You list your animal on 256 Mall, and then you sell it at your own pricing, at your own pace. Under the 256 Mall, we have the wholesale. People that are looking to start a business, they don't even know where to buy clothes at a wholesale to sell at retail, right? At 256 Mall, it is specified. So the wholesale section, they're dealing with wholesale. It is very specific. In Kampala, when you go, you want to buy shirts at a wholesale. There's so many people that are buying from within Kampala at a wholesale price, but they're selling very highly at retail. We want people that want to buy wholesale, can start a business from wholesale and resell, even on our own site. They know exactly where to go. Now, 256 Mall has something more specific, the produce. You realize how difficult it is to sell tomatoes that is still on the market? No, on the garden. We want a farmer to list their tomatoes. List it so that everybody knows when it's going to be ready. If we had a platform where the local person down there could list their product, people would travel from Kampala. People would arrange to make sure that these products are bought, and we have already a payment platform where money is held in escrow until you deliver it, and then you can actually just, withdraw your money from our side. We're not touching anything. We're letting the system handle all of this, all right? And then one thing that I love about 256 Mall is actually the export part of it. If you ever wished to join the export market, 256 Export Hub, under the 256 Mall, you can list anything that you want to list for export. We are only connecting buyers. Once we have enough sellers in Uganda, we are rolling out a multi-million marketing plan abroad, so that whatever you're selling, people can always come and buy it. We are opening 256 Mall is for the market. What else we're doing is that every single business that is online, no, that is offline, we want to bring them online. Businesses will be registered so that we know, if I want to buy a knicker, you know how difficult it is to buy a knicker? You cannot, because you don't know which shop has it, so you have to walk from shop to shop. So 256 Mall will specify that. The shops that have pins, they will be specific, because you just search online, pins, safety pins, and then you go to that shop because they have it. So our team will be moving from every single store in every single trading center to register the businesses, so that at least we know everyone is catered for. And then we just want to reduce the market in the entire country. If you go to Kampala and see how many people are looking for cassava. People are looking for cassava, but they don't know how to find it. What if a farmer in a Lepton had her own cassava garden listed there? Kampala would order it. They would just come uproot, market for the farmer, instead of selling it down here at a low cost. All right? So that is the mall. The mall has many other features, but everything is interrelated. Now, I want to talk about something that affects the everyday life of everybody. That is called 256 Express. Bringing Uganda's transport system in one place. 256express.com. The borders. Last night I wanted a bottle of wine. Not last night, was it Saturday?
Saturday night, yeah.
It was raining. What if there was no border around? What if there was a border that I could just click on 256 and say at this location, because it brings your location automatically. I want this. The borders are all verified. Every single border that is deep down in every village, in cities, wherever, we are going to list them on 256. And 256 Express is going to come with many other advantages for safety of the borders and safety of users. If you want to send a package, say for example right now we want to go buy something, you just look for a border that is around, because everything is geo-mapped to the nearest who is available. If I know border A I want to go buy something from the market, but I look around, the nearest borders and their prices just show up immediately, and the system has already verified them. Now you see, 256 Express is not about borders. It's about special hire. Do you want to hire a special car to go somewhere? Do you want to hire a truck? Do you want to hire a fuso? Do you want to hire construction equipment? Because these are things that people don't know where to get them. If you want to start construction, you must have some friendship with the person that owns a grader. Do you know that? You don't. But we list them on our platform with their pricing for a day. All of this equipment, so that you can find them somewhere and use them. If you want a tractor, you come to 256 Express. If you want a tipper for your son, you come to 256 Express. That is why we're taking this to villages. We want the people down there to know where things are. It's basically just networking and have everybody that has something to sell or to give or to do on 256 Express. Now, 256 Express will have all of the hotels and lodges. Do you know how difficult it is to find a lodge if you showed up in Little Town in the middle of the night? You don't know where to find a lodge that is even available. 256 will map that, so that when someone shows up in the middle of the night in Little Town and Lillian Towers is full, it is showing it's full. But if Pauline Hotel is available, it's going to show Pauline Hotel is available, number of rooms, and how much you need to pay. These are basic necessities. We're just making sure no one is getting stuck. 256 Express has the food section. Food, restaurants. Do you know how difficult it is to find a restaurant in a small town? Even in Lira here, I have to call someone to say, where do they sell pork? No, we are listing them on 256 Express, because travel cannot go without sleeping in a hotel and a lodge, and it can't go without food. Am I lying? Guys, am I lying? No. So these are all basics. Now, the other day, my son got an accident somewhere in a P. And I didn't know where to get a tow truck to go pull his car out of the water. What if there was 256 Express? I could just look up and see who has a tow truck and how much is it for them to go to this location. You see that? These are all, you see cars are getting stuck every day. You don't know how to get someone that is available to support.
Well, I mean, there's another whole dimension to this that we actually saw in America with the advent of the internet when it first became really popular, and hasn't happened here yet, but it needs to happen. When things become digital and available online, and businesses come together to make sure that what they have is available for the public to see, it normalizes prices. Like the prices, what I'm seeing here in Uganda, from what the farmer sells to what the market sells to what the restaurant sells, I don't know, I can't tell. I don't know who's making how much. But as soon as it becomes transparent, the deal becomes more fair. If I call a tow truck in America, I know what a tow truck costs because it's about the same everywhere in the country. Because it's standardized on the internet. If you tried to charge more, you'd go out of business because no one would serve you. So here, what she's doing is actually a service in another level. If the businesses can engage and register themselves on the sites, which they will because it's free promotion, then it's a service to society because it makes sure that when you're selling something, you know what you have, what it's worth. And when you're buying something, you know what it should cost. And it's just going to add a level of integrity even when you're in an emergency. You shouldn't pay 3 times as much for a tow truck because you only found one tow truck.
Okay. Don't worry, we're about to finish. Now, there's something that we have under the 256 Express. It's not yet done. We want every single business that should actually, that is still free service. You don't have to be looking for a law firm because you don't know where they are. We're going to list all the law firms around you on our platform. So you just go to 256 Express, look for law firms, and see who you can go to, including with their reputations. People should talk about these law firms. If some lawyer abandoned the client, see, we're going to put the profile there. Let the people also say, oh, this lawyer abandoned me. Oh, this lawyer is really good, right? We're putting petrol stations. We're making sure every single service is mapped here so that you don't go looking for any small business, looking for doctor, looking for a clinic, looking for a dentist. We're going to have it here so that the people know, and that part is free of charge. Nobody has to pay for it, all right? Now, I want to give you some of the free things we're going to actually give to the public. But before that, we are in the process of launching something called 256 Plenary. We want to bring Parliament to the people locally on your phone every time Parliament sits. 256 Plenary is going to have, right now we've built it to have the capacity of 20,000 Ugandans every time Parliament sits. But that software is also going to map the performance of every single member of Parliament. How many times they have missed being in Parliament. How many times all of their profile, those are public figures, we have to know their performance. So that 256 Plenary is tracking every single thing. If they made pledges and they're in Parliament and they have not fulfilled those pledges, we are going to note it down. Ghost members of Parliament, we're going to note it down. But that is not why we created 256 Plenary. 256 Plenary is all there to make sure we bring Parliament to the people. It's going to cost some money for those who want to jump and watch Parliament. And it is having something called ANSEL because it's translated. If your member of Parliament is speaking, we're translating it up to 6 languages. So at least the local person understands what they're saying in English. And by the way, on 256 AI, you can actually type in Luganda, in Acholi, and in major languages, about 6 of them, all right? So we're kind of solving major problems. And then we're bringing something called 256 Social. It's still being built.